I'm Joshua Hayward, and thanks for joining me for life readings this week in the stars and cards. And let me extend an invitation to you to join me each week as I explore all the possibilities and the challenges and the opportunities for inward growth and outward effectiveness. And this is brought to you by Breath of Life School in Yellow Springs, Ohio, and many blessings. Enjoy. Is your heart open? And if so, what is your heart set upon? As you extend yourself, your persona, your beingness, as you extend into the world, into the phenomena of experience in this world, are you clear on where you want to connect, on who you want to connect with? What are your goals? What do you want to achieve with your energy as you extend yourself to connect? Where are you going? And who are you as you do this? So important. Okay. And I'm saying this because the sun has moved into the sign of Leo. And Leo really is such a potent sign of awareness, of consciousness, and clarity and self-expression. It's about creativity. We want to shine. We want to be who we are. But what is that like? What is that like? And I just want you to consider, what is that like for you, especially this week? And as we move into the week of Sunday, the 25th of July, on the 24th, we have a full moon in the sign of Leo. In the sign of Aquarius. So right as the sun is moving into Leo, right there, the moon comes opposite that, and we have this full moon. And later on, another full moon happens in August 22nd, and that's going to be in Aquarius too. So we have two full moons in Aquarius. Aquarius is about that goal orientation, what it takes, who we're going to connect with, what do we need to do, what are the ideas, and what is our resources, in order to get there. Who's going to help us? Because we're in this together. As we open our hearts, we want to connect with others. We want to connect with our goals. And so that full moon in Aquarius actually came with a moon on a conjunction to Saturn in the sign of Aquarius. So it was really kind of given some kind of lunation, to that long time square between Uranus in Taurus and Saturn in the sign of Aquarius. So, yeah, it was a pretty potent full moon. And hopefully that's cleared away a lot of the stuff. Hopefully on Saturday and what's built up to Saturday before this week has been helping you clear out your mind and your heart a little bit to really get in touch with what that stuff is about. When we move forward, it's good to focus with clarity. It's also good to move forward with an openness, because open hearts can get us where we're going. They can get us to be who we actually are. But closed hearts don't really work too well. So, moving into this week, kind of cool. On the 29th, Jupiter backs back into Aquarius, because it just poked into Pisces, so it's retrograding back. And then later on the 22nd, on the 22nd of August, when the next full moon happens, it will be opposite, almost exactly opposite that planet of Jupiter. So, really be beautiful in terms of pushing us forward to Jupiter is such a positive planet, and being in the sign of Aquarius. It's really got to do with opening up those goals for us and bringing us more help. So this is a month of Leo, but a lot of Aquarius happening too. Of course, Saturn being in the sign of Aquarius as well. So that's the deal there. I'm thinking that we should move forward with probably lots of cards. I'm going to start with 6 cards. And these are, what is your heart set upon? How do you get there? What kind of perception am I bringing? What kind of awareness am I bringing towards what I want to achieve? Okay, so there might be some expanding, there might be some contracting, there might be some harmonizing, things like that. So, the first card is the Fool. Okay? Now the Fool is, this does not really help define quite yet. Maybe that full moon got us to a point where we're starting, think about this. Maybe I want to just start over. Maybe I want a fresh perspective. Because in the Fool, everything is possible. There's no limits. So it's really a fresh thing. And it's the first major arcana card in the tarot pack. And so you can see that all the bounty of the earth and the heavens are sort of present in this card. All kinds of possibilities. The Aleph here, which is the first letter in the Hebrew alphabet, one of the things you can say about it is this mysterious statement that goes like this: the infinite unknowable. Interesting, because Aquarius rules the expression "I know." Okay. So we're moving from not really knowing, we're clearing the slate as if we've had an Etch-a-Sketch, that's got all kinds of, the scary things that we've been drawing on it on our lives, and then we're taking that Etch-a-Sketch and turning it upside down and shaking it, and we're coming out with like a new start. So that's going to be the first card. So hopefully on the previous week we've really gotten pretty focused on what may or may not be working, and get to a place where, okay, yeah, I'm hungry for that. Partly too, it's neutralizing the energy from a lot of other people's projections and projecting their perspectives on you. Are you clear in your perspective? So here we are, square one, card 2. Hey, okay, so this is the Ace of Wands. Okay, and aces are sort of like, aces emanate, all 4 of them emanate from the Fool, because it's all just that seed of, like a root energy, a seed energy of what's going on in that particular suit. And this is the suit of fire, so action. So be prepared for some new energy, some new actions that can be taken, or a new course of actions that can be taken this week. Okay? And this card is the Moon card, which means that as we go through this week, and I'm thinking a little bit more than just this week, we're moving from that darkness with these two pillars to the light of the sun. And here we have the sun in this moon card, but it is actually the moon card. And so we're trying to find something. You know, this is like a really magical card of meeting your darkness and with courage, and saying, okay, I'm letting go of the confusion. There might be some things that you're disillusioning yourself from, from some of these illusions that we have, that we think are real in life. So facing that stuff, because we've got some new energy that's coming through. All right, and if we do that, the sun definitely is on that other side. By the time we get to that other full moon later on in August, wow, so much is happening all the time now. It's not just for older people, but for younger people too. Time has sped up, and it's just streaking. It's just smoking, dude. I'm telling you, we're moving at what kind of warp speed? But anyway, this next card, and I believe we've seen this in a previous week, which is gain, and it's the 9 of Pentacles. In this card, in this deck, it's called the 9 of Discs, 9 of Earth. So making sure that we're healing ourselves gainfully. Yeah, thinking about that for yourself. All right, what's going to work for you on the Earth? How can I heal that creative energy by moving forward gainfully? It's so easy to get deflected. That's part of, to just kind of mention a generalized thing that's really part of the age of Pisces for all these generations for the last couple thousand years. We really have made up huge parts of our lives, and our kids' lives, and our grandparents' lives. It really got to do with belief systems that have led us astray too. So other people's beliefs about who we are that don't work for us. This is a big thing right now. We need to gainfully move forward. Okay, so that's 4 cards so far. And if we do that, if we're kind of following the formula, if you will, of those cards, we've got the Queen of Discs, the Queen of Earth. And so this will bring grounding. This is another grounding card. So this is a week that your decisions that you make by opening your heart can really profoundly move you to a place of comfort and connection with the Earth. What's going to be working for you to be, yes, one of the stars, okay? And Aquarius is the ruler of the star card, by the way, in the tarot, in this particular pack. But we live on the Earth here, and what's going to make our lives work? So we're going in a really positive direction here with the spread so far in terms of being here on the Earth. And the next card, and I'm thinking maybe the last card for this week, is the Prince of Wands. And the Prince is really a cool male energy card, which is all princes are on chariots, so they're upping the level of what they're doing. So this card really harkens back to that Ace of Wands. In fact, the aces and princes are kind of similar because they're talking about a new start. They're talking about that new energy of moving to the next level. So this is a healthy male energy that's very creative and is very Leo oriented. The lion is right here on this card, and there's right in the heart space right here, there's that chest plate. saying that this guy here, and this can be if you're a female or male or non-binary. It's the same, and it's the same card. It doesn't matter what your gender is or what your gender identity is. This is a card that you're wanting to use this week, and probably for a lot of this month while the sun is in Leo, to really up your energy and change the way you're doing things. This is kind of moving back and forth with these cards here. It's sort of beginning with fresh stuff and then facing some stuff this week and seeing what's really going to work and really getting in touch with what's going to be gainful, what's going to work, and what can really bring that peace on the earth, what can nourish your life on the earth, like that Queen of Discs there. And then in turn, that's setting you free to really even keep moving towards that upped energy, that leveling up energy of the Prince, who's, if you could see him, if you can really get a good look at him, you can see that he's not all hung up about stuff. He's really going, he's moving. He's on his journey, and he's willing to bring what it takes, and even more. Okay, so that's what this week is about. And it really, the cards, I'm so excited that these cards really matched well with the astrology.